A good Erev Shabbos. Very busy time between Yom Kippur and Sukkot. It's great to have you as we learn for this Erev Shabbos, Perek Tes, Mishna Zayin and Menachos, and we're sponsored by the Fisher family, Lila Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbat, Shlomo ben Avram Halevi, and Perel Bas Ruvain. We also learn Lila Nishmas Dav Ben Chaim, the Fush Shalem Feli Yomis Mechai Sari Yaakov ben Basi Aleah, for the schus of Avram and Yom Benish Malki Yudis and family. We learn sponsored by Yol Klugman and family, and the Fush Shalema for Avigdor ben Rivka and the Bas Chai Sari Yitzchak ben Sion ben Dusha Rivka Bas Shira Aleah, Chana Bas Shashabina Moshe Meir ben Esther Fradel and Meir ben Chai Sara. They should have a refuah shalema b'seich sharcha Yisrael. Okay, so Mishna Zayin tells us kol karbanos hatzibur ein behem smicha. Almost always, communal karbanos don't have smicha, leaning on the animal on the head with all one's might, with both hands. Chutz min parabal kol mitzvahs. That's known as the parel and davar shel tzibur. When Bezdin makes an erroneous psak about a isu kares, and the majority of Klal Yisrael does it, they bring the parabal kol mitzvahs, and that has smicha. V'sara mishtaleach, and the twin goat that's sent off the cliff on Yom Kippur, there is also smicha. Very important to learn about this, because when you learn about Sara mishtaleach, it says if you bring it, and the Rambam says it's mechaper even without tshuva. Yeah, and Rabbi Shimon Aimer, he adds another one, af seirei avodah zara, also the he goat, where there was an erroneous decision by Bezdin about something pertaining to idolatry. There is also smicha. Rabbi Shimon Amar, kol karbanos hayachid, on the other hand, all private karbanos tu'unim smicha, does necessitate smicha, chutz min habachar, except for the firstborn, ba'maiser and maiser behema, ba'pesach and the carbon pesach. Now, va'yaresh, if a child inherits a carbon from his father, he could be saimech, he could do smicha on it as an heir, or maybe nesachim, he brings libations, and umeimer, and he could affect the tmura. It's not legal, but if he does, the tmura does work. Now, Mishnah Ches tells us the act of smicha, the mitzvah of smicha, can be done except with the following exceptions. Hakol saimchen, chutz mecher shoyta v'katan, they don't have das, a deaf mute, an imbecile, a minor. Suma, one who is blind, we learned that out from a pasuk. Va'evi kechavim, a Gentile can bring a carbon, but he doesn't do smicha. Now, the owner has to do it. The following can't do it on behalf of the owner, but Eved Kanani can't do it on behalf of his owner, even though Yad Eved ki Yad Rabbi, he can't do it on behalf of the owner. Vashaliach, an agent, even though normally Shlucha Shaladim K'maisai, but an agent can't do smicha on behalf of the owner. V'isha, even though Ishtay Kigufai, she can't do it on behalf of her husband. It happens to be that a woman doesn't do smicha even for her own carbon. Smicha shiarei mitzvah. Smicha is only considered a residual mitzvah. That means that if the smicha is not done, it doesn't ma'akev the kapara. It's not min hamuvcher, but it's not ma'akev the kapara. Ala reish, it has to be done on the head of the animal, b'shtei yadayim, with both hands. Ubamakom she'saimchen sheichted, and the place of smicha is where the shechita is. That means if the smicha was done outside of the azara, you got to do it over. The take of the smicha shechita, and there's a din that immediately after doing the smicha, you have to do the shechita. If you didn't do that, then before you do the shechita, you do the smicha again, because shechita has to come right after the smicha. We want to remind you that Matzah Shabbos, this year, is at 9:15. We'll learn Tublat. We also will learn Tublat on Sunday to get ahead for Sukkot. Beware also that there will be a shir about between Sukkot and Yom Kippur, which will probably take place on Matzah Shabbos as well. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful Shabbos.